Hey guys, UK HHN back with another Halloween Horror Nights video finally. After the last two released were just obviously photo videos of my Unmasking the Horror tour at HHN 23, where I did all the 6 mazes that was on offer for the tour. 1 second, there we go. Is it an update video? I think it's more speculation than an update video. Obviously we're only in early March. The rumour came out, well, some of the rumours came out in February. I tend to think when I look back at I've looked back at other videos recently about some stuff that was coming out, some stuff speculated, some stuff that I was told about by certain people at Halloween Horror Nights 23 when I went on tours, and when I was there one day on my own. I thank the people, you'll know who you are, for telling me some of the great stuff that was supposed to happen at HHN 23, what was supposed to happen before HHN 23, and some of the stuff they're aiming for after HHN 23. So some of the stuff I've heard I don't think will happen, but I'm not one of the people that will say it won't happen, because you never know. I mean, you might have an IP that some just gets too difficult, costs too much money to make, stuff's not happening, scares aren't working, and it can suddenly be changed. A lot of the props can be generically used in other mazes, so it doesn't take that much time and effort to change something. American Horror Stories, one of them obviously, that's bouncing around again. It was supposed to happen last year and then it didn't. Will it happen again this year? It's a possibility. There's a possibility. The only thing I had to look at though is a lot of the properties that I've discussed with colleagues that alright updaters, and with my brother, and things I spoke about when I was at HHN 23 with people, and some of the stuff I was getting told that was happening behind the scenes. It would make it quite difficult for a lot of the stuff that people are saying to happen again, well, to happen full stop. You've got to take a step back and look at a lot of the stuff that gets thrown around these days is IP houses. IPs obviously is the one that's easier to predict. You can see what's popular out there with the fan bases and the youth, and obviously the adult, the core HHN base of fans. You also then have to ask yourself, how many IPs are we going to have? Last year we had, let's have a look, we had Walking Dead, Resident Evil, Evil Dead, American Werewolf, Cabin in the Woods, and we had 3 houses obviously that were Havoc, Derailed, La Llorona, which was the Urban Legends, which I'll go into, and then we had the after, what was it called again? Was it Death Afterlife? I was going to forget. Afterlife, Death's Vengeance. Sorry, I forgot the name of it there for a second. So there's always going to be IP houses. There's always going to be original houses. Now, for the amount of houses that have been talked about for IP houses, unless the up hit's about 10 houses, I can't see it. One of the ones discussion that's a big rumour is Resident Evil, a second house. Now, going off what I was told, when I got told this one, I just thought no chance. I still believe it won't happen, but I may be wrong. But Capcom literally ripped the arse out of this thing. Whether or not that's one of the reasons it was such a small maze in that area, I could only speculate. But apparently Capcom said they cannot touch anything of the film, it has to be of the game. And I think that's why it was basically like walking through. There wasn't really any scares. I went through it. I'll go through on my review. Actually, I will do a review. I'll talk quite a lot about Resident Evil, but going off what I heard, I could not see it. And I think you've got to look at the fact that they've also done Silent Hill and they've also done Resident Evil now, and both of them have been two of the most poorest houses that have been at HHN. In quite frankly, you know, these other houses that with as little detail that have been absolutely a million times ahead of them scare wise. I felt for the actors in it, to be fair, because I don't think it was down to them. I think sometimes you can have a poor house and it can down to the vibe in there and the scares not being that great, but I don't think they could do any more. I thought it was I just thought it was a poor house. So if they did a sequel to that, God only knows. I can't see it though. American Horror Story, as I was saying, is one that could be likely, but then from what I was told, The Walking Dead will be back this year. It was set out to be a trilogy as such. So we've had the beginning where you went through the zombie apocalypse has just happened, so it's all quite fresh. You had the hospital scene, the shopping, the shop scene where they're breaking through. Then we've gone into what was obviously season 2 / season 3, if you want to call it that, where you've got the prison, you've got obviously the zombies, the cage, you had Dead Merlin there. So now I should imagine it'll be more of like an ending. We've had a beginning, a middle and an end. The only thing I hope though is, I don't mind if they bring the house back, because the house was, or do a different house I should say, because I love the zombie genre, so it's selfish of me to say that, but I don't mind a Walking Dead house, because obviously I love zombies. But I just hope to get rid of the experience again. They tried it, I appreciate they tried it. You can't just, you've got to roll your hands up and say at least it was trying something new. They wasn't just doing scare zones and then same sort of scare zones after year. There's only so many scare zones you can do, so they try mixing it up, and I do believe that's what they was trying to do. I don't believe they were trying to con us and saying this is what you're going to have. It would just advertise Walking Dead. I do believe that they did try and experience. They did build some great scenes as well. The barn visually was great, and there was a few other little things that I'll say I'll go into in review. But an house for me would be fine as long as the final one. Just don't want the old event based around Walking Dead, and I do not want the experience of Walking Dead back. I experienced it quite a lot. So yeah, so Walking Dead house for me is probably nailed on. It's probably the biggest horror genre franchise out there from the mass general public. Obviously there's always going to be horror films, things like Trick or Treat, that will, you know, got a massive fan base. It's a cult film. But Walking Dead, there's people who don't even like horror but will watch it. So Walking Dead's come back. It's probably for me it's probably 90%. That's just me. But the other thing is, so will they have American Horror Story while having Walking Dead? So that'd be 2 TV shows at the event. Don't know. Another one, there's been rumours flying around, Dead Space. Now if they did Dead Space, I'd love it. I think Dead Space would be amazing. I think visually, I just hope if they did do it, it wasn't like the Thing House. Excuse me. It wasn't like the Thing House where it was actually scary. It would be scary, sorry, rather than looking at visual aliens like big massive plastic models of rubber things, and they don't really scare you, just there to look great. So Dead Space would be, I love an house on Dead Space. So that's one of the rumours. Like I say, Resident Evil, American Horror Story, and The Walking Dead are the big rumours at the minute. The tweet that went out was, the code name was Malcolm. Now people are reading into a lot of stuff, and I remember some of the guesses that people made last time based around some of the clues, and they were way off in the end. Absolutely way off. I mean, we knew a few houses were going to come. We knew Walking Dead was coming back, we knew American Werewolf was going to be coming, and we got, I think the houses got released quite early, I think last year. Well, I say released, I mean got leaked really early last year. I remember Dr. Jimmy posting up some photos on his I think it was his Tumblr account. So I'm just hoping to kind of keep it under wraps a bit. I thought I liked the anticipation, and I just thought, you know, it was released too early, and by the time the event come, there was no anticipation. You know, it wasn't like you find out something and you think, yeah, I really want to go. I thought the build up was great, but as it got nearer and nearer, you kind of realised what everything was. There was no like, I don't know. That's me probably waffling, but anyway. So now to go on to a few things that I did pick up in the States as I was over there. So I'll go through some of the t-shirts. I got the owl shirt. So this is what fear tastes like. With the owls on the back. What I thought was, it goes to show, by the way, I did get told this, that there was no cohesion with the actual theme of the event. There was no theme in the end. It just fizzled out, and that's why what fear tastes like is a joke, because it should have been what evil's taken root, but they obviously don't have a clue how to put it together anymore. So I got that one. I got the Resident Evil t-shirt, and I also got, where's it gone, man? I do have somewhere, I do have the actual Evil Dead Mia t-shirt. I must have left it downstairs somewhere, but yeah, that was my t-shirts for Halloween. Alright, so I didn't get the Walking Dead one. I've already got a Walking Dead shirt, so. But yeah, I usually buy them. I buy the house shirt. I thought they had good selection. But if anyone's noticed already, this is my own t-shirt. I'll stand up so you see it. And they should have had this shirt on sale. American Wealth in London. Ali had no shirt for American Wealth in London when it said on property. It's beyond me, but it's just, yeah, like I say, it's just beyond me. Why there's no American Wealth in London t-shirts. I've got my own, and on the back it does have a picture of the moon. So the other thing I've got one more somewhere, but it's on display and I can't bother getting it out. Let's see if I can get it together. You can see them. There's 3 Jack the Clown figurines. They were, how much did they go for? They went for $12.95. There you go, you can see that. Well, I didn't get hold of the pin. It was sold out by the time I got there, so that was a bit of a gutter. I did actually get, I got me some of the other little crazy things that I took home with. A Burger King bag, no food had been in there, give me a clean one. Oronite's gift card. I've got a few more cups downstairs, but you know, the blinky cups with HHN 23. Got a couple of them. Also, right, give me, you have to bear with me 2 seconds. Also got the Walking Dead pin. But right, I got maps. I've got, let's have a look if we can get them all in my hand. I've got more maps, so you see all them are maps. I've got the variants. I got Evil Dead. You can see them behind me actually. There. Got Resident Evil. And I got Walking Dead. Got the City Walk map, and there. I had to ditch. There is a funny story about that, but I did have to ditch hundreds. Also, I've got more. You can see that as well, but I've got more of these. These 3D glasses. Now these, actually I got these every time I went into the 3D house this year, as you can see. So goes to show you how many times I actually went into the house. Got a few of these as well, the lanyards from when I did the tour. My brother got one, so let's see if we can see it. It's got HHN 23, there we go. HHN 23. What else did I get? Got, and just a few of these maps. So I've got one there as well. I've got a few more stuff, like I've got the cards you get from the stores. Yeah, I'll show you. So they did have, they're like gift cards. Evil Dead, Cabin in the Woods, Walking Dead, and Resident Evil. I got them. So that's just some of the stuff that I got this year. That's my video for now. But like I say, there's not really much speculation, it's more about opinion. There's the Cold Word Malcolm, Dr. Jimmy's released a video on it. Yeah, make sure you check out Alright Updaters. I don't think I've been on the last 2 videos, as like I say, I've been actually working scare acting. That's finished now, so I'll be back there. If you don't, even if you don't like me on the Alright Updates videos, check out Dr. Emmett Brown 1, Deadly Fear 1283, Mr. Oronites. Also we've got Red Steel TV, and we've got Psycho Massacre Films. Now check out Dr. Emmett Brown 1, Psycho Massacre Films. They've just released videos in the last couple of days, so check them out. Great videos, great people. I think Psycho Massacre Films has got a competition for, I think it's for, is it for Carrie, the ultraviolet copy. So make sure you check out his video. Make sure you check out Dr. Emmett Brown 1. He usually does some giveaways as well. I did a giveaway last time. I will be doing one this year, and it will be something hopefully quite funny. It may be, I may give this away.